Well, we have an affordability crisis. You know it, I know it, and our government knows it. Hopefully, this fall, they show up with a plan to help bring down the cost of living by making homes that are actually affordable. Today, though, I want to talk about the homeless because Trump has decided that the homeless of Washington, D.C. need to get out of Washington, D.C. They're going to be rounded up, and who knows what's going to happen to them. My guess, something like alligator Alcatraz and working in the fields while going through withdrawal and dealing with their mental health issues. Okay, that's extreme, but if it happens, it wouldn't surprise me. But here in Canada, we are more of a socialist country. We are believe in community and taking care of other people, even our homeless to a point. And that's the problem, to a point. This weekend, I helped my son with his friend from high school who he's not homeless. He lives in an SRO, which is basically government subsidized housing for people who would be homeless otherwise. And this kid pays almost $900 a month for a cockroach infested room that's 9 by 9. And he has to shared bathroom, which has black mold all over it. No kitchen. Yeah, it's sad. And it made me really angry because an SRO, single resident occupancy, for the homeless people in downtown Vancouver, these are falling down old hotels and old apartment buildings from 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years ago. These are not places I would ever want my children living in. I gave him a thing that you plug into the wall that makes a sound to keep the mice and the cockroaches out of his room, and hopefully it works, knock on wood. And it really got me thinking about Carney's plan to build. And I really hope, beyond all hope, that it has a social housing program. It doesn't have to be in Vancouver, somewhere in the Lower Mainland. There has to be some federal land somewhere in the Lower Mainland that we can build some social housing on for these people who are on the streets, and create a community for them that has services like doctors and social services, places that feed people, all the things that they have in the downtown east side and around Vancouver, all those charities and social services and health people that they rely on, that can all be built into this community to help them move through from one step to the next. We all have heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Well, these guys aren't even on the hierarchy. They're got maybe one toe on the hierarchy if they're in a SRO, but a lot of those people are so far down that there isn't a level for them. They need help making their way up that hierarchy of needs in order to be able to take care of themselves, be able to feed themselves, and go to work and make money and all of the things that they need, even rehab, getting sober. And we can build some sort of step up community that says, okay, well, if you're at this level in your journey, we're going to put you here. So you have a room. You can go to these places that offer free meals. Here's all the people. Then once you get to a point where you can, okay, I want to be able to cook for myself. I want to be able to do all this other stuff. I can get a job and I can hold a job. Okay, then we're going to put you over here in this other building that has kitchens and private bathrooms. Then you can go to the next one when you're sober and you're able to give back and you've been working for a year, right? Like stepping up, giving them the resources that they need to become members of society, if they so choose to. And I'm not saying we need to put them somewhere to hide them. I'm saying that we need to build something that works, not this patchwork of disconnected resources competing for the money. I mean, things like the SROs, they're getting rich, like they are getting rich. But things like all those charities, if they, I get that these people are wanting to live, are on the street. Some of them want to live on the street, right? But one of the things that I did find interesting is that this boy told me that a lot of those people are that we see on the street, he calls them day trippers, because they have a home, they live somewhere else, they just come into town to hang out on the street with other homeless people and get high, and then they go home. So although we have a huge homeless population, there is a homeless population that isn't really homeless, which it was interesting. It's a complex situation that needs a complex, well put together, organized solution. And I hope that there is something within that build plan that is going to provide for these people and give them something that's affordable, that is actually livable and not covered in cockroaches. Oh. Anyway, if you can, if you want something for the social housing for homeless people, make sure that you write a letter to your MP, write a letter to all the MPs, asking them to make shelters for the homeless a priority in the Build Canada plan. Well, until next time, peel out.